The Black-Scholes model, developed in 1973 by Fisher Black, Myron Scholes, and Robert Merton, revolutionized the world of finance. It provided a mathematical framework for valuing options, particularly European call options. This model earned Scholes and Merton the prestigious Nobel Prize in Economics in 1997. Its impact on modern finance is undeniable, providing a foundation for pricing and risk management of derivative securities. The Black-Scholes model, despite its complexities, offered a groundbreaking approach to understanding and managing risk. It provided a way to quantify the value of uncertainty, a concept previously reliant on intuition and experience. This breakthrough paved the way for the rapid growth of options trading and the development of sophisticated risk management techniques used in financial markets today. Before delving into the model itself, it's essential to understand what options are. An option is a contract that gives the holder the right, but not the obligation, to buy or sell an underlying asset at a specified price on or before a specific date. The specified price is known as the strike price, and the specific date is the expiration date. There are two main types of options: calls and puts. A call option gives the holder the right to buy the underlying asset, while a put option gives the holder the right to sell the underlying asset. Furthermore, options are categorized as either European or American. European options can only be exercised on the expiration date, while American options can be exercised at any time up to and including the expiration date. The Black-Scholes model, like any mathematical model, relies on certain assumptions to simplify the complexities of the real world. These assumptions, while simplifying calculations, also introduce limitations to the model's accuracy in real-world scenarios. Understanding these assumptions is crucial for interpreting the model's results and applying them effectively. The model assumes that the price of the underlying asset follows a geometric Brownian motion, meaning that price changes are continuous and random. It assumes that there are no transaction costs associated with buying or selling the option or the underlying asset. The model also assumes that the risk-free interest rate is constant and known throughout the life of the option. Furthermore, the Black-Scholes model assumes that the volatility of the underlying asset is constant and known. Lastly, it assumes that there are no dividends paid on the underlying asset during the life of the option. These assumptions, while simplifying the model, may not always hold true in the real world, highlighting the importance of understanding the model's limitations. The Black-Scholes formula incorporates several key variables that influence the price of an option. Understanding these variables and their impact on option pricing is essential for using the model effectively. These variables represent the factors that the model considers when calculating the theoretical value of an option. The first variable is the current price of the underlying asset, which directly influences the potential payoff of the option. Next, the strike price of the option determines the price at which the option holder can buy or sell the underlying asset. The time to expiration of the option plays a crucial role, as options with longer expirations have more time for the underlying asset's price to move favorably. The risk-free interest rate is another important factor, reflecting the time value of money and affecting the cost of carrying the option. Lastly, volatility, a measure of the magnitude of price fluctuations of the underlying asset, is a critical input, as higher volatility generally leads to higher option prices. The Black-Scholes formula explained. The Black-Scholes formula can be broken down into understandable components. Each part represents a specific aspect of option pricing. The formula for a European call option is: C is the price of the call option, S is the current price of the underlying asset, K is the strike price of the option. Section 6. Demystifying N of D1 and N of D2. The terms N of D1 and N of D2 in the Black-Scholes formula often appear intimidating, but they represent relatively straightforward concepts. Understanding their meaning is crucial for interpreting the formula's results and understanding the factors influencing option prices. N of D1 represents the probability that a normally distributed random variable will be less than or equal to D1. Similarly, N of D2 represents the probability that a normally distributed random variable will be less than or equal to D2. These probabilities are derived from the standard normal distribution, a bell-shaped curve that describes the distribution of many naturally occurring phenomena. In the context of the Black-Scholes model, D1 and D2 are calculated using the other input variables and represent standardized measures of the option's moneyness, adjusted for volatility and time to expiration. Higher values of D1 and D2 indicate a higher probability of the option expiring in the money. Section 7. Volatility's crucial role. Volatility, denoted by sigma in the Black-Scholes formula, is a crucial input playing a significant role in determining option prices. It represents the uncertainty surrounding the future price movements of the underlying asset. The higher the volatility, the wider the range of potential future prices, increasing the potential for both large gains and losses. Options derive their value from the potential for price movements in the underlying asset. As volatility increases, so does the likelihood of larger price swings, making the option more valuable. Conversely, lower volatility implies smaller price fluctuations, reducing the potential gains from the option and thus its price. The Black-Scholes model assumes that volatility is constant over the life of the option. However, in reality, volatility is a dynamic variable that fluctuates over time. This discrepancy highlights a limitation of the model and the need for adjustments when applying it to real-world scenarios. Section 8. Practical applications and limitations. The Black-Scholes model, despite its limitations, has found widespread applications in the world of finance. It serves as a fundamental tool for pricing and hedging options, enabling market participants to make more informed decisions regarding risk and return. Its applications extend to various financial instruments and strategies, including option pricing, which is the primary application of the model to determine the theoretical value of options. Risk management, where financial institutions use the model to assess and manage their exposure to options-related risks. And investment strategies, where investors use the model to develop and evaluate options-based investment strategies. However, it's crucial to acknowledge the model's limitations, primarily stemming from its assumptions. The model assumes constant volatility, no transaction costs, and a constant risk-free rate, which may not hold true in reality. Furthermore, the model assumes that the underlying asset's price follows a continuous process, ignoring the possibility of jumps or gaps in prices. Section 9. A step-by-step example. To illustrate the Black-Scholes formula, let's consider an example. Suppose the current price of a stock is $100. The strike price is $95. Time to expiration is 6 months. The risk-free interest rate is 5%, and the volatility is 20%. Using these inputs, we calculate D1 and D2. D1 equals 0.7794. D2 equals 0.6380. Using a standard normal distribution, N of D1 is 0.7823 and N of D2 is 0.7389. Finally, we calculate the call option price, which equals $10.45. Section 10. Conclusion and further exploration. The Black-Scholes model, despite its limitations, remains a cornerstone of modern finance. It revolutionized option pricing and risk management, providing a mathematical framework for understanding and managing uncertainty in financial markets. While its assumptions may not always hold true in the real world, the model serves as a valuable benchmark and a starting point for more sophisticated models and techniques. Understanding the Black-Scholes model is essential for anyone involved in options trading, risk management, or financial modeling. Further exploration of related topics, such as the Greeks, delta, gamma, theta, vega, and oro, can provide a deeper understanding of option behavior and risk dynamics. These concepts build upon the foundation laid by the Black-Scholes model, enabling more sophisticated analysis and strategies in the ever-evolving world of finance.